Q&A today because I haven't uploaded a video in like 2.5 months, and I've asked a few of you to do some questions. So we're gonna go through them. Are you excited?
No.
Did you fight a lot growing up? And if so, who won the majority?
I remember once we had a house and Lauren really annoyed me and did a hole in her door, and I used to spray deodorant in it. This was
Oh my god, do you remember when you almost killed a hamster doing that? Yeah, hamster cage, I was cleaning it out, and James had sprayed so much Lynx. He's allergic to Lynx Africa, by the way, so he had
No,
food
not
packs.
Lynx Africa, Lynx Black.
Is it Lynx chocolate?
That's the one.
Yeah, Lynx chocolate. So he kept spraying the bathroom and nearly killed a hamster.
All about the kettle.
Yeah. One of our biggest core memory fights ever is me and James used to like fight, but we'd be like extremely violent, and I think we were more violent than the average person, than the average sibling. Trying to throw a shoe at James's head, and then also him throwing batteries at me.
Oh no,
and
that
then
was different.
oh no, it's the same thing.
That was at Hobart.
Just wait, no. I can remember it. It was in St Margaret's, and then James was really annoyed with me, and then we could hear the parents coming like into the house, and we didn't want to get in trouble because we'd been fighting, so we ran into the pantry, but I shut the door really quickly, and I hit James's head on it, and all of a sudden I could hear this like he sounded like a kettle, and I ran out and I literally like legged it. I knew this death was coming, and I ran and I jumped behind the sofa, and James had like picked up a knife from the kitchen and was like, I'm gonna kill you, and then obviously the parents came in and he was like, not really, but yeah, it was one of the most, we used to fight so violently.
I obviously didn't succeed because Lauren is...
I'm still here.
She's still here?
I'm still here.
And she has no stab wounds, I'd like to add. I feel that's very important right now.
How does James feel about the crazy cat lady twin?
Well, I have now become a crazy cat man twin. That is how I feel about it.
You wasn't a cat person before, and now
No,
you're
I
like...
hate cats, but Fig.
We love Fig.
Fig.
She's got so chunky. The last time you saw her was like 2.5 months ago on my last video, and she's just gone, she's got big.
She's a little chub chub.
She's a little chub chub. Does Lauren have a job? This is my job. Big. I'll show the people. Big. Who's the evil twin? Yeah, it's me. What do you like most about each other? We hate each other.
Yeah.
We haven't hugged in 8 years.
Even us just to hug and we won't separate forever.
Every single time someone is like, why don't you hug? Like, just hug now. And it's because we grew up, like, whenever there was an argument, we'd be asked to just hug and make up. So we then, not traumatic, but we then got a thing about it where we just couldn't. What is hanging out of Orc's now? This is Orc. He has something hanging out. It's wet. Big stretch. Oh. That you let me do whatever. So like if I was like, do you want to go for a random adventure? James would be like, yeah, let's go. Or if I'm like, James, do you want to bleach your hair? He'll be like, yeah, let's do it. So he hasn't said no to anything. Like, James, do you want to come live with me in London? Yeah, sure. So I feel like you're too like easy to be like, yeah, all right.
I just enable Lauren to have all of her little intrusive thoughts come out. She's like, yes, I would like to bleach his head. James brought it.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Yeah, James's hair's now blonde. What about me?
Well, my favourite thing about you?
Big.
Lauren cooks very good food. Very good food.
I do cook well.
Like today, Lauren gave me pasta, and I was like, "Oh, it tastes like potato pasta." Fig.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've both done on a night out? Well, I don't drink anymore. And that's because I went to an event and there was so much free alcohol that I went from sober Lauren to very drunk Lauren very quickly, and then I hurt myself in a nightclub involving stairs. I'm not going to get into it because there was a lot of influencers that saw it, and I'm hoping that it gets buried under the dust and no one knows about it, but yeah, I haven't drunk since. I've been a very good girl. What about you, James? What's the most embarrassing thing you've done on a night out?
I'm not sure.
Poor person.
No, we don't get into mistakes.
They don't count.
You know in Harry Potter, you know you've got what's his name? Not Gandalf, because he's obviously Lord of the Rings.
You want about the old wizard?
Yeah, what's his name? Anyways, so the head teacher of Hogwarts, you know when he puts his head into that thing and he pulls out the memories and he flings him into a pool? I can't remember his name. So he has a memory pool, and I like to think I have one of those where I just pull the memory away and throw it away. It's going to be really... Dumbledore. Dumbledore.
Okay, that was too difficult. Would you rather be attacked by 100 horse-sized ducks or a big tank?
Or a big tank?
Yeah, I would love a bunch of
100 horse-sized
duck horses
ducks.
coming after me.
Are they as strong as a full-size horse?
I think we're just going to end up like, it'd be the end, wouldn't it?
Because you just get kicked around like a ping pong ball.
It doesn't matter what's happening, we'd both... Anyway, who is the funnier twin?
I think that is subjective and depends on the circumstances.
Yeah, I think it depends on the topic. I find that I'm good at quick humour, so I can just make a funny very quickly, and then I'm like, ha ha ha. But I think when it comes to, I couldn't do like a set or comedy or anything like that, whereas you're quite good at storytelling, so I think that we're like nice opposites. What is it like being a twin to Lauren? Have the talking cat.
Tell me a talking cat. Being a twin to Lauren is entertaining. Every day Lauren drags me out and we do something new.
We were for a run yesterday and I was like, let's go on a tube to somewhere different.
And then Lauren was like, pick where we're going to get off, and I chose Leicester Square.
That was funny.
Yeah. What else is it? What else? What's it like being a twin to Lauren? So every day is spontaneous. I get to try all these weird foods, especially seafoods, because I'm a land man.
Oh, you like salmon now, don't you? You're not fussed on prawns unless it's got 4 pieces of pasta attached to it and creamy garlic
7
sauce.
pieces of pasta.
Yeah.
You didn't have the talking cat, so but it's very fun. It's eye-opening, and now I'm going to pass the talking cat back to Lauren. You get walk.
Hello, little man. Do you wanna pick the next one? Good. What do you think of pigeons?
What do I think of pigeons?
It's a question. What do you think of pigeons? Oh, I see.
I've got the better talking cat. What do I think of pigeons? I don't really have any thoughts on pigeons. All I think is that in their heads they go, bread.
I think it's quite a sad story when it comes to pigeons, because pigeons were pets and then people didn't need them anymore, so they set them free, and now they just live in London. And I've never seen a pigeon.
They live everywhere, not just London.
No, sorry, no. Let me do my dramatic story. I'm going to input some sad violin music that's copyright free in a second. But just imagine that you see a pigeon, and its great grand pigeon was a pet. And also, when was the last time you saw a pigeon with 2 feet, or the 2 feet that are intact? Because there's always one with like a little gabby little peg leg, or...
And you had the pigeons that carried the messages through like war zones and stuff. Like,
That's
they
what
had
they
cool
are.
lives, and now they just go.
That was the
bread.
great grand pigeons.
And they just go bread.
If James was to have a cat, what would he call them? So we were actually talking about this. James wants to get a Maine Coon cat because they're absolutely ginormous, and you want to call it Cyrus. So he wants like a really kind of like smoky,
evil,
dark blue, black cat.
Yeah, I want one that looks like a villain. That's what I want. They call him Cyrus.
I think that'd be really cool. What is it like to be a creator? So this is an easy question. I've kind of grown up around it. So me and James used to make YouTube videos like when we were 14, 15, or like vlogs and stuff. And then I was on a thing called QnA, which was very much like TikTok, but
that.
Yeah, it was like chat roulette, and it's like chat roulette and Omegle had a baby with YouTube, and that's what it was. So I used to sing on that all the time. And then it was only, I've now been doing TikTok a year, and then it kind of just blew up. So I've always been kind of like into making videos and stuff. So being a creator now and doing it full time, it was kind of like baby Lauren manifested it. And now we get to live here, and it's like, we get to live in London, where only pigeons exist here. Who is the more mature sibling? Me.
I can be mature.
I was about to say that plane sounded like a fart then, but that's not very mature.
I can be mature.
I think I'm the more...
You've lived a more mature life.
Yeah. Because I moved out 9 years before James did.
Yeah, but we know how to do pretty much everything.
What is the weirdest compliment you've ever received by anyone? I got told that I look like Sid the Sloth, but in a good way. And I also got told that I was, I'm attractive in the same way that Pete Davidson is attractive, but he managed to pull Kim Kardashian, so don't care.
What was that?
Yeah.
Weirdest compliment I received? I don't really get complimented. Someone said I had a nice bone structure in my face, and then they walked away.
Who pulls more? We did actually pre-read this question. This is the first one we looked at, and then we were like, no more, we're not going to look.
I assume that would be you.
Different climates, isn't it? Like James has been living in like a small town for ages, so obviously like you know everybody. It's interesting. I've definitely had more, like if I look at my message requests, obviously with my following, it's like 96% male, and so I get a lot of messages through there anyway, but I don't think that's pulling. But I think I've been single nearly 2 years now. I've had a few situationships, so we're alright. We're good, we're still single. And you're new to London life and you're doing actually okay in regards of the ladies.
I think I am.
Yeah. Who will have kids first? I've got 3 children, Orc, Fig and Penny, so it's definitely probably James.
I have 3 adopted children, Fig, Orc and Penny.
My nephews and nieces.
And the hamster. Hello, Fig.
What is the worst date you've ever had?
Took someone for a milkshake and I was really bored, so I just went home.
That was this year.
Yes. You told me off because I went there in trackies.
Yeah, you don't do that. That's like,
That was in
you
Dover.
might as well have taken her to McDonald's. Being catfished, being led on a 3-hour walk, and then him leaving when I went to the toilet because I wouldn't go back to his house, and it turns out he actually had gone to the bar and didn't wait but left my bag, and then I left, and then he messaged me asking me why I had left, and he'd said that the people next to the table that we were sat at basically said I ran away. I didn't, I just did a fast jog and I never saw him again. Growing up, who got in more trouble and who got better grades in school? I think I was the naughtier twin. I used to get in like fights and stuff, and James was quite sick when we went to school and stuff, so he didn't go as much, but you got better grades.
I did really well in school in terms of grades.
Yeah, I just got all the arty grades, but I still got into uni through my portfolio, so I don't care. And also, grades are nothing. Like when it comes to work, it's about who you know. I don't think people ask you, like, what
I've never used algebra, and I got told you really have to learn algebra, so I spent ages learning it to never use it just to get a good grade.
You've got zoomies for no reason. Who is the most competitive between you two? We've never really done much that causes us to be competitive.
I think that's because we're polar opposites. We don't particularly have the same interests, so there's nothing to really be competitive about.
Yeah, I think we're okay. It's getting dark. It's getting dark already, isn't it?
Would you say you're a competitive person though?
Yeah. Although if I'm on a date, I'll do the whole like, oops, I didn't mean to lose.
I mean, a good example is when we played pool. Because we just play for fun, and that's it. There's no like competitiveness there.
I'm so fluky.
Yeah, and I'll just be like, Lauren, you can put that ball if you want. And Lauren goes,
oopsie. Or I'll go, whoops, what happened?
Yeah, and I'll just be watching it happen.
What is a weird twin thing? We have I'd like to say we have a language, we don't. But we have a way of saying things. He wants to leave so much, but he keeps like changing his mind. Anyway, we have like a way of talking, and we were in Sainsbury's after a run the other day, and I wanted to pick up something, and I was like, ooh, that wouldn't go with my breadsticks. And I did it in that sort of voice, and there was the most attractive man literally right next to us, and I was like, I'm just gonna go jump off a bridge. Like, I don't understand why I feel really comfortable to do this, and then I just embarrass myself, like in a weird twin way, and friends are starting to pick up on it now, and they'll be like, can you tell us how to do this? And I'm like, there's no way of telling you how to do it. It's a thing that it's like an art.
Yeah, it's almost like you speak really fast with a childish-esque tone to it.
And we go like, yeah.
And you have to have like facial mannerisms at the same time.
There are some ugly faces, some really ugly faces.
My favourite one is whenever Lauren does go on a date, we go, ah, for about 45 minutes before she leaves.
Even if I've dated them a couple of times, I'll still go, ah! And it's got to a point where James will have to be like, you do need to leave.
And then I have to count her down like a rocket ship. I'm like, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, Lauren.
Sometimes I'll zoomies in circles and I'll be like, this is it. I think that's it. So I'm gonna edit this now and go for it, but I'm not gonna go for any more questions because I feel like I don't know how long I want these YouTube videos to be, but there's gonna be more like this, but with just different people. I planned this out to be like a YouTube sort of space, like us having the chairs and having a chat and stuff and seeing who else we can get on. But yeah, if you liked it, remember to do that lovely stuff. If you don't, I'll cry and no forehead kisses for you. So
thank you for coming to our twin talk.
Yeah, if you have any other questions, please comment them and I will reply back to you in 3 to 5 working days via a pigeon. So
if you live outside of London though, you're gonna have to email them.